Hello and welcome to Electronic Solutions. Welcome to the series of 8051 microcontroller, and this is the lecture number 1 of this series. So you will get more videos on 8051 microcontroller related to assembly language as well as in embedded C in my next videos. So please keep watching my channel, and if you like the videos then please subscribe, like and share. Today we'll discuss what is the difference between the microprocessor and the microcontroller. So microprocessor is a programmable digital electronic device which incorporates the functions of a central processing unit into a single chip. The microprocessors are basically the general purpose devices used in variety of applications. These microprocessors they consist of an arithmetic and logic unit, control unit and many registers. The function of this ALU control unit and the registers we will see in the next slides. The typical microprocessor operations they normally include addition, subtraction, multiplication, division, comparison of two numbers and also fetching the data from memory or IO devices. These operations are performed using a set of some instructions which is a part of microprocessor design. Some of the examples are 8085, 80286, 80386, 80486, Pentium of Intel are the examples of microprocessors and 68000 series from Motorola. Now basically three basic features they differentiate the microprocessors. The first is its instruction set, second is the bandwidth and third is a clock speed. Now we'll see all the first the block diagram of microprocessor. So here you can see that there is only a CPU present inside this microprocessors, and the RAM, ROM, that is a memory part, IO ports, timers, serial COM port, that all these things we have to connect externally with the microprocessors. Now we'll see in brief about these CPU parts. So the first is the arithmetic and logic unit, which is called as an ALU. So the arithmetic and logic unit performs the arithmetic operations such as addition, subtraction, multiplication, division and all the logical operations. Then there is a control unit which is also called as an instruction decode unit, and this unit is basically responsible for fetching the instructions from the main memory and finding out the meaning of that instructions and the operands which are required for that particular operation. Then apart from this there are variety of registers are also available, and this register is a small high speed memory and consists of a set of binary storage cells which are called as a flip flops. The size of the register in terms of bits depend on the size of the data. The microprocessor basically reads the data from one of the registers for performing the arithmetic or logical operation. And once the operation is over, the microprocessor stores the result in the register only. So data are usually loaded from memory to register, and similarly the resultant data will be loaded from register to memory. So this is what is basically the microprocessor unit is. Now see what is a microcontroller. So microcontroller is basically a single chip computer that is embedded into a system to function as a processing and controlling unit. So microprocessor or microcontroller basically contains one or more following components. So basically it contains CPU, that is a central processing unit, random access memory RAM, then read only memory ROM, then it contains timers, counters, IO ports, analog to digital converter, digital to analog converters, serial interfacing ports, they all are basically present onto a single chip in case of microcontroller. So basically all these blocks along with the CPU, they form one complete system, and such a system is dedicated for performing a particular task and execute one specific application. But one more important thing is, in these microcontrollers, the RAM and the ROM, they are present internally, and therefore we cannot modify the size of this RAM, ROM and the other components. So once your controller is designed, the structure is fixed. So the structure of the microcontroller is not a flexible one. So this is what is a block diagram of microcontroller. So just now we have discussed, it has a CPU unit. So CPU unit consists of ALU, registers, control units. Then apart from that, it has a RAM memory, ROM memory. Then it has a timers, counters, different ports, serial communication and the interrupts, all present inside only one board. The function of ALU, registers and the control unit will remain the same as in case of the microprocessor. They are same. Now apart from that, it has basically the memory elements, and these memory elements, they are also present on chip. Then there are some interrupt controls available, and the interrupt control is used to interrupt the program. It may be an external interrupt which is activated by some external device using the interrupt pins, or it may be an internal interrupt by using an interrupt instruction in the program itself. Then there are timers and counters present. So every microcontroller have one or more than one timers and counter to provide the timing and counting operation inside the controller. And the main operations of timer or counters are provide timing to clock functions, pulse generations, making oscillations, and also used for counting the external pulses. It also contains analog to digital converter and digital to analog converter on chip itself. So basically that is what is the main difference between the microprocessor and the microcontroller. Now because of this structure, the microcontroller offers variety of advantages over microprocessor. So the first advantage is the faster speed of execution, because as we know that all the components are present onto a single chip, the speed of operation will be more. Second is the microcontrollers are compact in size, because again it has a on chip RAM, that is a data memory, and ROM, that is a program memory. In case of microprocessor, it does not have on chip RAM and ROM, and therefore the size of microcontroller is compact as compared to the microprocessors. Also, in case of controllers, there is no need of external peripheral interfaces because they are already present on board itself, and it contains an bidirectional input output ports and also the programmable serial port on the board itself. Next is inbuilt timers and counters, which are not present in case of microprocessors. And the last but not least is that microcontrollers are inexpensive compared to your microprocessor system. So now this is what is a brief comparison between the microcontrollers and the microprocessors. So if you like my video, then please subscribe to my channel and share this with your friends. Thank you guys. Thank you so much.